will it affect the democratic development of the country?
Please repeat.
Okay. My question is, what would you say would be the most risk factor, the salient risk factor that will affect the observation mission? If that happens, will that affect the democratic development of this country?
And this risk factor is one that will affect the observer mission. Okay, all right. One-mindedness of the politicians, I assume, going into the election. Now, again, we're at this point on that. We have to consult, we have to speak to them, we have to hear them, and we're just in that process. So I don't think it would be fair to say anything about what the politicians are consulting. We're just talking to them. But we hope that everyone will be united around, because really at the end of the day, that's crucial. Whatever political outcomes there are, we must emphasize that the country where people can live in peace and pursue their livelihoods in a peaceful environment. Emmanuel, you said that. I'm intrigued by your by the metaphors that you've used, but I must say that we cannot credit myself with being a physician. But I agree with you that the future and fate of this nation lies in the hands of Sierra Leoneans, without a doubt. That the process by which leadership is chosen is one that is credible, is inclusive, is transparent, gives everyone a fair chance. All of these processes and everything else, must take into account the fact that people, it is people that we're talking about, people of a nation. Men, women, children, millions of that we're talking about. And that we must just always be statistics. It's not just numbers. It's about people, lives, people. So I think, that this lies in the hands of Sierra Leoneans, but we also emphasize that the role of leadership is particularly important. Political leadership is particularly important on all sides of the political. How people react to situations and how people react to circumstances. So I agree with you that this responsibility is that of Sierra Leone. Also more so the responsibility of leaders. James, what is the most salient risk factor that will affect the democratic process? In my view, that will be chaos, violence, and chaos. I think that will compromise everything. It will compromise not just the elections, but the future stability and development of the country. So for me, that's something that we must work against in every possible way, which is why we take all the trouble about peace and election. I think that if there is one factor that could affect the democratic process disastrously, that would be instability. I think those are the...
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, sir. We'll just have the last questions here. Ma'am? Two ladies, and then we can end the round of questions.
Thank you. My name is Olufemi Adeyemi. I'm an elections researcher. I want to ask about if it is in the remit of the Commonwealth Observer Mission to look at the proportion of women representation. To look at the results hereafter and how this has been affected by the recent passage of the gender equality bill.
How does it affect gender?
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Princess Pias. I work for stated. My concern here has to do with the independent assessment of whether the election has been conducted in a manner, because it was stated in the media memo sent. So when will we have access to the reports? And then secondly, another different field has to do with law, human rights, media agenda, diplomacy and election administration. How would this help in the electioneering process? Thank you.
Princess. Yes, those will be our final two.
I think Olufola wanted to know about whether we're paying attention to the representation of women, especially in the light of the gender equality bill. The 30%, I believe, is the one that specifies that at least 30%, there should be 30% representation of women. And not only do we have representation in our observer group of expertise that will consider this women's groups, and we'll be today that will assist us looking at this issue and paying attention to exactly what is going on with respect to representation. Of women. For Commonwealth, as you know, one of the pillars for us of credible elections is inclusivity, and there is some emphasis, and we intend to make findings on that. Because this is an issue that has been grappled with in very many Commonwealth countries. Inclusivity, gender representation, and we will make our recommendations, especially based on some of the knowledge and expertise has been gathered from other Commonwealth countries, engagements with other Commonwealth countries, and we'll do the best we can to pass that on. Institutions and political parties can be informed of best practices here and there and how to ensure that we actually get results from legislation that promises to know about when you'll get the first reports of independent assessment. The first reports, the first official report, which will be made public, will be on the 26th. After we will finalize, we'll have a final report, which will be concluded and then published and made available. But the very first report, where you'll find our assessment, will be on the 26th of June. Okay. Last point that you raised, aside from the... Oh yeah, yes. You wanted to know how the different... I think that practically every feature, especially of the things that the Commonwealth believes to be important in the democratic process, we have expertise in every one of those areas. So we have expertise in electoral management, we have expertise amongst us, even, someone who has been electoral commissioner, in a country that has over 900 million voters. I mean, I used to think that Nigeria, I used to think that we Dr. Zaidi is here from India, where he served meritoriously as electoral commissioner, and that's over close to 1 billion registered voters. So that kind of expertise obviously will help a great deal here in Sierra Leone, where the numbers are relatively smaller. And that's exactly what you'll find with a lot of the experience and expertise that's available. Media, for example, those who serve, and who have watched media, I think there's Sangwani, who's here, who's been practically across Africa, not just monitoring and observing elections, but so there's a wide range of expertise. We have 2 justices of courts in the Commonwealth who are here. These are judges of the courts. We're also going to be speaking to the judiciary, and they will be speaking to the rights and ensuring balance. We have that level of expertise here as well, people who have considerable experience. So I think that the expertise we'll find here will be extremely useful in coming to an assessment of, coming to an assessment of the way here has gone, and will certainly help in our ability to assist the institutions and assist the political process with the reports that we'll be submitting. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, and everyone. That concludes today's press conference. Please note that the chair's speech and also a press release that we will issue shortly after this will be available on our website. And if you so please, I think most everybody I have your contact details, so we will be sending that to you copies. But then the speech, as mentioned by the chair, our next conference will be on the, and in the interim, we do have any media engagement at the polls. I'll also like to also thank the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists for assisting us in disseminating the information, and also AYD who is streaming this live to the people of Sierra Leone.
Well, from below we dey watch the press conference concludes.
Una go must sleep waiting una so. Una dey go from where you come, not just the flow. Power we dey give them.